It is unwise to keep bad people around you. Another way to look at this or to reframe this idea is to ask yourself the question, who is on my team? More importantly, who do I surround myself with for advice, for guidance? Who do I trust to share my most intimate thoughts with? Where do I go to seek wisdom and counsel? And sometimes, more than often, what I see in the pursuit of health and well-being is that we end up being in the boat with the very people who are drilling holes in it, filling it with water, and telling you good luck. See, when I think about this analogy and I think about who I surround myself with, I think about the 12 disciples and how they're sitting on the storm in the Sea of Galilee, and Christ is asleep in the front of the boat, right? Who do you surround yourself with? The very Son of God is in the boat himself, and the disciples are freaking out. This massive storm is going all over the place. They're all wild and crazy, and they don't know what's happening, and he's merely asleep in the front of the boat. And they wake him and they say, Lord, Lord, the storm, it's going to destroy us. And he says, who are you? Why are you afraid, right? What are you afraid of? And this whole idea is that they're surrounded with him, and he calms the storm, he stops it all, right? And it's like, do you not know who I am? Do you not trust me, right? To actually help you through this journey and this process. And see, what I find is that oftentimes we have information overload, or we have information bias presented to us when we try to navigate a health-related problem. And I think part of this is due to the indoctrination campaign that is run against us and a marketing genius constructed by the Rothschild family, looking at what's going on with the medical institution, the control of the pharmaceutical agent. I mean, you can watch any sporting event right now and you'll have 10 commercials from Pfizer and Moderna telling you or convincing you that you need the latest vaccine, you need the latest AG1 inhibitor, you need the latest plaque psoriasis drug, you need the latest this, latest that, right? And I think that we have run this course for so long that most of us have just begun to accept it, right? We're in the boat, there's holes in the boat, and we're sitting there and we're just bailing water out, right? And meanwhile, the pharmaceutical company is giving us more drugs. We go to our MD, he says, hey, wait, I got a new prescription for you. Hey, by the way, I have a new prescription for you. This one's going to counteract that last one. Oh, I didn't get the diagnosis right. Let's try this one again, right? And so all of a sudden, the people that we're surrounding ourselves with are the very people who are killing us. They're the very people who are destroying our dreams and our habits of what we're trying to achieve, right? And so one thing I have learned is that you need to pick very wisely who you choose to listen to when it comes to pursuing health in this world. Because as I heard very recently, someone who speaks truth will resonate with you in a very different way than someone who speaks a lie. And 99% of the time, the people who speak a lie are just reinforcing the lie you have already told yourself. Your diet doesn't hurt you at all. You just keep eating the way you are. We got a little, AG1 inhibitor here. Let's just take this, right? We got some Ozempic. We'll solve all your bad habits, right? Don't worry about doing some exercise. We got a statin and a cholesterol. We'll just take care of that drug right there. It'll solve your problems. You keep living your shitty lifestyle, Jerry. It's going to be great for you. In your mid-70s, we're going to give you, a couple stents, maybe a open heart surgery. You might need a new hip replacement. It's all right, though. It's okay. We'll take care of you. We got you. Right? In what world is this actually true? Right? What world is that actually the presentation of what health should look like? Right? This idea that we should be centenarians. We should live a very long time. Right? But it's going to be up to us to change our habits and who we surround ourselves with in the pursuit of that. Right? And so my encouragement to you, if you are someone on this journey, right? Let's say you've come into the upper cervical world and you've decided to say, man, this is different, right? And maybe that this guy is actually speaking truth when my medical doctor has lied to me. The first thing you do is ask your medical doctor, oh no, those guys cause strokes. Don't go in there. They're terrible. Give me a freaking break, dude. We have the lowest malpractice there is. We don't kill anybody. We've never, would you be in business if you killed people? I don't think so. MDs are still in business. They kill people every day. I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense to me. However, where I am trying to get at is that when you start to see the results, you start to see transformation, Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep surrounding yourself with those people who are on pursuit. Keep surrounding yourself with those people who are navigating and dedicated to the lifestyle that you are seeking to create. One of my best friends, he always calls me and he says, dude, it's the 75 hard mindset. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, there's an entrepreneurial coach named Andy Frisella. He wrote a program called 75 Hard, and it was designed to really anchor in your self-doubt and create self-resiliency, right? People are like, oh, that's a weight loss program. No, it's not a weight loss program. Will you lose weight because of the habits? Absolutely. But is it designed to be a weight loss program? No, it's a self-resiliency, a self-competency. It is designed to help you instill courage and dedication to the habits that generate success. The problem is that when you come up against somebody who lives that lifestyle and you don't, it almost shocks you. It's almost foreign to you. You almost take a little step back, like, whoa, right? Like, my example for you is I gave up drinking 4.5 months ago. It's really weird now to go places with people that are just getting smashed, right? They look at you like, are you judging us? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, no, I just don't like how I feel when I drink. I don't like what it does to my body. I don't like what it does to my longevity, right? That's nothing against you. That's my decision, right? However, to them, they don't know what to think about that, right? It's the same with me. If I come up against somebody who's, been more successful in life, you're like, whoa, hold on a second. What do I need to do to achieve that? And I think most of you end up in that boat. I think most of you end up in that discernment process as you go through life, is that you are currently ill in some way, shape, or form. For most of the people coming to my office, it's going to be a chest up problem, right? It's going to be related to their heart, related to their head, related to their, migraines, vertigo, vestibular system, TMJ, all these things that are convoluted, right? Is it the head? Is it the neck? Is it my jaw? Is it my brain, right? Those are all things that we're trying to navigate. And most of the time you've gone to the MD, he said, there's nothing wrong with you. Your blood work looks great. I'm going to refer you to the neuro. You go to the neuro takes a CT, runs an MRI, runs a couple of EEGs, and you're like, yeah, those look great too. I don't know what it is. So here's an SSRI. We'll try that out. Here's an anti-anxiety drug. Here's some Xanax. We'll maybe give you some Wellbutrin, right? And then come back and see me in 6 months or whatever it may be. All in all, each one of these is nothing more than a Band-Aid process, right? And then you come up against a testimonial from maybe an upper cervical office, or maybe you see a TikTok video, right? I know there's a couple of guys called UCC near me. They're making some content over on TikTok. My guy, Billy, he kills it with upper cervical chiropractic, right? That's what we do. And right, the idea behind this is when you encounter one of us, it almost shocks you because you're like, there's no way that's true. There's no way that I could actually find a community of people who have suffered just like I have and who can actually take that boat and they can start plugging those holes in. They can start bailing that water out, right? And then all of a sudden you got a team around you that's helping you navigate that storm, right? It's not Christ, because yes, while we have to have Christ, he's not physically present in that boat. He can be spiritually present with us, right? But the resurrected body is not here. So, but that idea is that you find this community of people, right? You surround yourself with the right people who will encourage you to pursue that level of life, that level of habitual wellness that you seek. And when you encounter that, you decide that you want to pursue that. And then when you decide to pursue that, you recognize that the journey is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy like the MD lies to you about. It's not going to be a 7-day prescription, see you later. Nor is it going to be, hey, here's 30 days of Wellbutrin, come back and we'll give you another 30 days, right? And we'll reevaluate this for the rest of your life, right? No, it's going to be, hey, what is your diet like? What's your relationship like? How's your spirituality going, right? What's going on in your social media consumption? What is going on with your habitual patterns of life that you have decided to pursue? What areas need to die and what areas need to be resurrected, right? There's this whole entire process that you have to go through in evaluating the pursuit of health and wellness. And it all starts with who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with fat, lazy, unhealthy people, pretty soon you'll find yourself fat, lazy, and unhealthy. So my encouragement to you is that if you want to pursue health and wellness, you better audit that circle that you surround yourself with. Audit the circle of people you trust and audit the circle of people you share your most intimate desires with. And more than likely, they need to change if you are still one who is fat, sick, and nearly dead. And the first step in that is recognizing that you need to start plugging holes in the boat, bailing water, and find other people who want to plug the same holes, help you bail that water, and get that ship in the right direction. Until then, you're going to be fighting a battle that you will never win, because the very people that are supposed to help you get there are drilling holes in your boat and not bailing water, watching you sink and the demise of your own body.